things you'd think a fighter would have. He's fought in 10 UFC main events. This will be a countless fan favorite moment. In addition to the show-stopping knee that led to a knockout in the first round that he's used to, Michael, but one that he's embracing tonight.
Yeah, of course, that's an understatement. Last time out against... The reality is this matchup, he's got to stay on. Almeida goes for the takedown. He's undefeated in the UFC by taking everybody down. Interesting matchup, and I just want to say, Derek's never changed, always authentic to himself.
Yeah, Mike says he's been keeping his cardio up 3 times a week, and that's different for him. He learned for that. He cannot hold me down, he says. That Almeida won't be able to hold me down.
Looking out to a hostile crowd. And by the way, they don't love Derek Lewis, but he's like, it's okay.
Bet of Brazil. Derek Lewis back inside. Top 10. Sec told us this week, even he's surprised at how he was at 205 pounds. But he thought his path to a title. Who else gave up a lot of weight? Stipe Miocic. Well, that's the game plan for Jailton Almeida.
You didn't even give me any of these. Something you said. It takes one to know one. So when it comes to with a professional, great boxer, liking for it. If he gets the takedown, can he keep him there? Because Derek
Lewis, he's an easy opponent. Always very effective. However, Almeida, what's been a double leg, he gets a hold of you. And if he doesn't get it the first, pick you up, he will slam you down. And then from there, yes, it's the old school grapple.
Sergey Pavlovich will fight for interim streak at 6 right now. Jailton Almeida can dom, but it's the takedowns, and it's that pneumatic heavyweight. Jailton Almeida fits the bill.
This man hits so hard that we want to see, can he take him, really mix it up? Right now, he's just been taking that people down immediately.
So if for some reason he can't get the tape in his corner, and he comes from a family of, I can only imagine.
Wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. He has a big underdog. Derek Lewis will look to do the same. 6 years older than his opponent. Both fighters 6'3", but as men's heavier. We'll see if he can silence the crowd. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Senores y señores do Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Brazilian MMA Athletic Commission. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Fabio Alves, Sal Diamato, and Dave Torelli. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Mark Goddard. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Ibirapuera Arena in Sao Paulo, Brazil. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a brawler holding a professional record, 27 wins, 11 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, USA, presenting the number 10 ranked UFC heavyweight contender in the world, Derek the Black Beast Lewis! And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 19 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 236 pounds. Fighting out of Salvador Bahia, Brazil, presenting the number 9 ranked UFC heavyweight contender in the world, Jailton
Okay, gents, you understand the rules you find. Listen to me, keep yourself protected. When I say stop, you stop. If you want to touch me at the time, God bless.
We showed the graphic on the walk posted on X by Aaron Bronstetter, plus 1,200. You get 12-to-1 odds that we're going 25 minutes. Not a lot of people expecting this one to go into round 2. That's the fighting styles of both of these gentlemen. Derek Lewis, stoic with the stare, as always.
I don't know how Lewis
for the
stays so
high-flying
calm.
act off the jump, like he did last time out. Touch of the gloves, and we are underway. Almeida in the yellow, Derek Lewis in the black.
Push kick to a double. That's what he's looking for. Always gets you moving back with that push kick and a right hand, and then he shoots.
Of course, Derek Lewis has had this kind of matchup before. I'll point to the Curtis Blades matchup. That's a nice head kick. There's the first shot.
There it is.
He's in up the single, driving him back. Really good balance so far by Derek. And there it is.
Beautiful double leg. Single to a double, textbook.
And that's a big man to throw around like that.
You got him balancing, and then he pulls it in, and then you transition to a double. I mean, picture perfect. Let's see if Derek Lewis can get him off like he says. Because right now, do you see how Almeida's kind of on all fours? That way, when Derek goes to push him, there's nowhere to push him.
He's
just
mounted already. But Derek's got to be careful here. That's what Jailton Almeida's looking for.
And this is what we saw out of Daniel Cormier, too, this exact position.
Flattened out. Head and arm.
He's got the fence in between him. It's going to make it a little harder.
The fence is going to help him.
There, he's working around it.
Yeah, he's dragging him away from the fence so he can step off to the side.
Wow, it's not in yet.
Look at the hand.
Barely 90 seconds in. I wonder if Lewis can get out of this one.
Good job,
fine.
Lewis is good.
He's got to stay calm. He's also going to get on his side, use his elbows, push on the thigh to try and escape the mount.
And Almeida's going to take his time here. He's going to be very calm. And you can see he's not rushing. He's just going to stay position over submission and wait for Derek Lewis to explode and tire him out.
I mean, he's got 3.5 minutes. It's round 1. And he's got a tremendous base. And another thing that's making it hard for Derek. Oh, that's what Derek's really good at. He will explode. And it's a freakish ability that he has. Opponent's off. Yeah. But he's got to be careful. The way those arms are extended, that's got armbar written all over it.
Keeps that arm. Almeida can't get that body triangle. Keeping that arm's helping Derek Lewis a lot. Now he's going to peel his back to the mat. He's not in the threat right now. He's doing a good job defending.
So if
but that gives Almeida the arm triangle. When he goes to his back, he's going to go to mount or arm triangle.
Look at this. Look at this.
Derek Lewis too strong.
I mean,
there's that. Oh, nice single leg dump. Right back down. Straight to mount again.
You got to feel for Derek there in his mind. He's like, I'm up, I'm out of it. And he almost was. Almeida stayed on the single.
And then you got to remember now, how much power does this take away from Derek Lewis to get that knockout that he wants? How much can he drain the energy out of Lewis just from this position?
2 minutes to go. Derek Lewis did land a punch there. So Jailton Almeida has taken 3 strikes in his UFC career. It's his 6th appearance.
I wish I only took 3 strikes.
Mind-boggling numbers.
You know.
Well, you can already see honestly, the defense that Lewis has shown. He gave his back. I mean, he was in a bad position. There's an armbar attempt here that Almeida's looking to set up. Arm triangle, armbar, and Derek Lewis feels it. But you could see that Lewis has made the improvements by not getting choked early on where he was at.
Well, I mean,
he could finish, but it's not locked in. He needs to get the elbow up in the air. You see how Derek Lewis's elbow is in his ear? That's what's keeping him alive. But once he gets that, now it can sink in. Derek Lewis is doing a good job keeping that elbow high.
If Almeida steps off to the side, it can generate more power, more force. And the reality is, with a minute left, it'll be a very slow blood choke.
Now it's getting tighter and tighter. Every second it's getting tighter. He needs to get off to the side to really sink this in.
Yeah, but he wants to maintain position. Doesn't want to lose it. Derek almost swept him there. I've got to say well done to Derek because he's been so composed.
And he hasn't eaten any shots. Like, he hasn't eaten any shots because if you try to punch him too much, he explodes and gets the space he wants. Almeida knows that, so he's just gripping him and holding tight so that he doesn't give Derek Lewis the space that he wants.
30 seconds left. You know Derek Lewis wants to hear that horn and start round 2 on the feet. See what kind of urgency Almeida has to finish it before it gets there.
I mean, he just stayed mounted for about 4 minutes and barely got hit. That tells you how strong Derek Lewis must feel underneath you.
Look at this standing over. Sorry, Brendan.
See that often, yeah.
You do not see that.
Oh, Lewis is up and over the top. Can he land a big shot? He'll hammer away. There's the horn. Back to round 2 after this.
My hair was thinning. Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com/man.
Find the space, we gotta go. Sometimes he's opening his legs. You can bring your knees in, we go half guard. Not only just stand up right away. Don't back up, don't just bring those feet together. Lateral movement, let's feint, make him worry about it.
Final instructions between rounds 1 and 2 from his longtime coach, Bob Perez. Before we were back from break, he asked Derek for lateral movement and to be a moving target. They didn't want him to back up, giving Almeida an opening for a takedown, but to move to the side, throw a heavy hand. We'll see if he can land that big uppercut that he tried to throw earlier in round 1.
But this is what makes Derek Lewis such a fun fighter, because, yeah, bad opening round, but here he is. He's back on his feet, and he has got the biggest knockout power that we've ever seen. And Jailton Almeida knows this. Right now, this is the danger zone.
Seems to be a matter of if not when. Jailton Almeida will shoot for another takedown.
Oh, that's a nice shot, but...
And Almeida timed it well.
He timed
right
it
over into mount.
absolutely perfectly.
And this is the technique that you have to use to beat Derek Lewis, and everybody's going to try to copy and paste this game plan, but not anybody's been able to do it except Almeida. The technique, keeping that hand, keeping the hand control here, that's just exactly what you got to do to keep the bigger man from being able to escape. He's got the back. Let's see what he can do with it. Now he'll either go rear naked choke or switch to arm triangle again from this position, or back to mount and ground and pound, and he'll just keep using those tactics over and over and regurgitating until it's over, until Derek Lewis is tired.
Derek is kind of signaling to the referee as if to say he's not doing anything.
There's the arm triangle. He's waiting for Derek Lewis to use his energy, so he doesn't need to do anything. He's in the dominant position, and so he needs to wait for Derek Lewis to use his energy to get up, and that's what Almeida's doing. He says, you know what, I'm going to stay here, and when you start exploding, then I'll work. But until then, I'm winning. Might not be exciting, but I'm winning here. You're stuck flat on your back. My wrestling coach always said it takes a real man to hold another man on his back.
Almeida has succeeded at that. He is near 6 minutes of ground control time with 3 to go in round 2.
There's a nice shot by Almeida. And listen, the control time is fantastic. But I would like to see him throw a few shots. I mean, he's clearly winning the fight, and Almeida is phenomenally talented. I'm impressed with how Lewis is staying calm and composed. That's absolutely crucial in these situations. But Almeida, so far, is executing the game plan to an absolute T.
Dean Thomas, what do you see so far?
Yeah, Michael Bisping is right. I'd like to see Almeida try to soften him up a little bit from these spots, because Lewis is doing a good job of conserving his energy. And if he's not going to get tired, it's going to be very difficult to get him to try to get finished. He's got him in a decent spot now, but he's got to try to hurt him a little bit to get him to make a mistake. I mean, as you saw at the end of that first round, Almeida actually stood up from the mount because he ran out of options on what he could do to Lewis. So Lewis is doing a good job of defending himself.
He really is, Dean. Yeah. I like what he said there.
I mean, he's losing.
I said that you were right.
Yeah, exactly.
He's being completely controlled, though. Nobody's talking about that.
Oh, no, that's clear as day, Dominic. It's obvious Almeida's winning the fight by a landslide. But every time he gets to the end of the round,
you can't.
Then Derek Lewis has a chance again.
I think it just shows how good Lewis is, why Almeida can't throw strikes from these positions, because he'll explode and get away. And Almeida does not want to let this guy have any space, because Derek Lewis can knock out anybody. So the smart plan is to let Derek Lewis wear himself out, trying to get out of these dominant positions that Almeida's in, use minimal effort, and then slowly just drain the tank of Derek Lewis like this without having to do anything. Remember, Almeida's not using any energy either. He's using pure technique.
And the thing that Derek's doing, because he's not essentially doing much or anything really, it's not giving any openings. Granted, as we said, we would like to see Almeida posture up, throw some shots. He's trying to get a choke here. This could be deep, this could be in, this could be strong.
Oh, he switches to the left arm, not under the chin.
I was doing chin in there. Now it's underneath.
I was doing jiu-jitsu recently, and check this out. There's always these new styles coming out, and I'm doing jiu-jitsu, and the guy just wasn't doing anything. I said, what are you doing? He said, it's called corpse guard, where you just actually act like a dead body on the ground and you don't give up any openings whatsoever. And it was incredibly frustrating. However, that was jiu-jitsu. And I was like, well, in real life, in an MMA fight,
keep going.
I drop an elbow.
There you go. And that's what you guys are asking for, and there it is. That's what he needs to be doing right there to soften him up. Exactly this.
Almeida letting some of it out here as Lewis is giving him nothing. But he's still in the fight.
Yeah, Almeida needs to keep softening him up just like that. Just keep getting up on the strikes. Keep punching and punching and punching. You got a free arm.
That was a good shot.
We'll keep it here between rounds 2 and 3.